Quang quang quang. Quang 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 quang. Quang 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 quang. Breaking.
Hey everybody, it's Tema. I want to welcome you all to the very first video I've ever made, and I'm going to be recapping my journey throughout medical school. I've been through a lot throughout these first 3 years, a lot of ups and downs, but we're here. One rotation is standing between me and being a fourth year, and I feel like being able to share the things I've been through may help somebody else, which is all I really want to be able to do. So, again, this is going to be a very brief overview. If there's anything I didn't go into depth about and you would like me to, please let me know. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, it's probably easiest to just start with my first year of medical school and then we just keep going year by year from there. So, this was me on my white coat ceremony day. I was so excited. I had graduated in May 2019 and then started med school just a few months later. And I was excited. I was happy because of what getting this white coat represented. Um, but I will tell you, it got real very quickly. Very quickly. And it was a very difficult semester for me, to be honest. And I feel like I got very overwhelmed because they don't tell you sometimes how hard medical school can be. Um, I started locking my hair during my first year of medical school. So as you can see, I locked my hair because I did not want to deal with. I just didn't want to deal with it. It was just an extra thing that I did not want to have to deal with. So the semester went, and I was not doing so hot. I wasn't. It was a very difficult semester, and then we had our final exam at the end, and I got the call that I did not pass. So I had to do a retake, which was going to be after winter break. Um, so that was difficult because while all of my family is sitting around celebrating, getting ready for the holidays, I was there in a room studying my butt off because if I didn't pass the retake, I'd have to restart first year medical school, which I did not want to do. Luckily, I passed, and then second semester, first year started. So that's me looking cute. We had med prom. We're just going through things, studying, and then all of a sudden, the pandemic started, right? And initially I was happy. I was excited because I was like, "Oh, I get to stay home." But then not every curriculum is great for online, and I feel like it's very difficult to learn medical school material online, and so things got very real very quickly. Like this was basically me, honestly up until now, but definitely during the initial parts of the pandemic. I was stuck at home, couldn't do anything. Studying became very difficult. It was very isolating because I'm far away from family. Um, and so I did what most people did during the early part of the quarantine, which is I got a cat. This is my cat, Opie. I got a cat. I love him to death. He's my firstborn son. Love him. So yeah, I needed just something to interact with. Like me and Opie, I talk to that cat more than I talk to most people because we're stuck at home, and it just the fatigue. I can't imagine the fatigue of actually working in the pandemic, but the fatigue of being at home was hard. So yeah, there's another picture of Opie because he's cute and I love him. But yeah, so we rounded out first year in quarantine, and then we slowly but surely made our way to second year of medical school, which by far was the worst year for me. So I decided to move. I moved into a new apartment because I was like, if we're going to be stuck in this pandemic, I need to be comfortable. I had Opie with me. See, that's my skull because I was studying anatomy, which was very difficult. Anatomy and not being able to be in person is a very difficult thing because some things do not translate well virtually, and that was one of them. I tried to take up hiking because I thought, why not? And this was just basically me and Opie watched a lot of Nigerian movies on Netflix together, to be perfectly honest. And this is all we could do at home. It is. This is just the nature of what I was able to do. And I knew that step was looming, but I couldn't do anything yet. I commissioned into the Navy during summer 2020 because I have the HPSB scholarship. So that was a very pivotal time because, loans. Um, I decided to explore Ohio more and get to know other parts of Ohio because it's hard. It's hard. So you may be wondering, what is Opie saying in this picture? Basically, Opie was like, yo, it's just me. I want a sibling. And because I'm a mother who cares about her son, I was like, let me go meet these two new cats, figure out which one I want to get to be Opie's new sibling. And if you think I got both, you are absolutely correct. I got two new cats within a few months of me getting Opie. But they're cute. My two daughters are also cute. So it was a good time. And I feel like I really needed them. I have never felt like I needed pets as much as I did during medical school because I needed to stay sane. So yeah, so we just kept going through the motions. M2 was difficult. Again, virtual school is not fun. It is not fun whatsoever. Um, Luckily, I had my cats at home with me, so I was able to basically make do as best as I could. So yeah, you can see here's Frankie watching a presidential debate with me. I drove to Indiana to go visit where my sorority was founded. I was just really trying, especially second semester, well, first semester of M2 and getting into second semester, just trying my best to make sure I was okay mentally before step and dedicated. So we came back second semester, finishing out virtual school. I had my birthday, and then dedicated basically started. Yeah, dedicated was not good. I am thankful I had a therapist before I started dedicated because I was a mess. I basically looked like this meme all of dedicated. I was crying every day. I was just felt so stupid. It was just, I was so exhausted. I don't think I've ever felt that exhausted ever in my life, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. It's just not a good time. It was a horrible, horrible experience for me. It just, I wish I could put into words truly how it feels to just feel beaten down every single day and know that your career is riding on a test. A test. I had some really good friends send me care packages, but it got to a point where I was like, I just need to take this exam. So I took it. Then I went to California. I had been double vaxxed at this point, and I was like, I just need to get my mind right before we start third year of medical school. So third year of medical school for me, I'd say, has been the best year. It was a tough year, mind you, but it I think has been one of the best years and really transformative for me as not only just a person entering medicine, but just me, just Tema. So I found out I didn't pass step. This picture is from the day I found out I didn't pass because I'd already had a hair appointment scheduled, and I was like, I can't have not passed and look ugly. But I was allowed to go ahead, just do my family medicine rotation, and this is me, dirty mirror and all, from that first day, just to like remember why I entered medicine, why I came to medical school, and I loved it. I loved my family medicine rotation. So after that, I basically hunkered down and got back into studying. Studied basically from the beginning all over again just to get everything together. Did the PASS program, which I can talk about in a different video if people want me to, but I I hunkered down, and I think it really helped that I had support systems actually here. Ohio wasn't in the dead of winter. Like, it just all made the difference for me, and things were finally clicking, and I started to feel like, okay, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I can do this, and I can actually pass. So the night before my exam, I drove to a different testing site than I did my initial one, stayed overnight, and I took the exam and I left everything there. I put my all into it and I said, I'm leaving it up to God, to be perfectly honest. And so with that, I went to Denver with my partner afterwards because I had a few days before I started my next rotation. And I just got started. While back on rotations, I found out I passed step. I passed step one. Praise be to God. And honestly, that experience made me remember that I am Tema. I am not just a medical student, and I need to chase life. So, Tema be traveling, that's when this started. I was going places. I was seeing family, getting to hang out with family for basically the first time since the pandemic started, which had been basically 2 years, honestly. And it was just such an amazing experience getting to remember who I am as a person, um, and just remember what do I care about and what makes me happy because I'm chasing happiness. I am truly, truly chasing happiness. This is the time, the opportunity for me to have fun, shine my eye, and get the best out of life. So that's exactly what I plan to keep doing. I went to Boston, got to see where I went to college because I hadn't visited since I graduated in May 2019. Got to hang out with a friend there and get to just go around, look at the different hospitals, see the different programs. Then I was like, you know what? Let me go visit my friend in New York. So I went to New York a few weeks later. Again, got to go around New York City with my friend, and I hadn't been to New York in like 4 years. Just enjoyed myself. I just enjoyed myself. Like, nobody can take away from me that I enjoyed my life. And I think that's the most beautiful thing that happened this year. So when I turned 25, honestly, I feel like I am truly entering who I am meant to be, who I am as a person. And I'm honestly thankful for the journey that I've had thus far.
Look at us. Hey, look at us.
Look at us, huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
I want to thank all of y'all for watching and listening and being a part of this. And if there's anything you would want me to delve deeper into, please let me know.